This summer, from the studio that brought you Measles, the Reunion Tour, and the surprise smash hit Screwworm 2 Beef Stock Boogaloo, comes the most explosive release of the season. It's already playing in 31 states. It's hiding in the produce aisle. It waits 2 days, sometimes 2 full weeks, and then it hits you 40 times a day. And critics call it predictable. Experts call it preventable. And the federal government isn't calling anything. Because 1 year ago, they made tracking it optional. This is the story of a parasite named cyclospora and how America helped turn one tiny parasite into the breakout star of the summer. Coming soon to a city near you. And look, 40 times a day, that's not me exaggerating for that movie trailer thing I did. A woman in Denver told a news crew that she had been going to the bathroom 40 times a day for 5 straight days. Michigan alone has counted over 1,200 cases. And this parasite's signature symptom, and this is from actual medical literature, quote, explosive bowel movements. Man, I got to give the scientists credit. They are turning into marketing gurus. I am just the messenger when I get to say things like explosive bowel movements. Now, I know what folks will say. The CDC didn't shut off the lights completely, but for 3 decades, a program called FoodNet required states to track 8 foodborne pathogens. Your classics: Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, and this little monster, cyclospora. And in July of last year, the Trump regime and the CDC cut that required list from 8 pathogens down to 2. Everything else, including cyclospora, became optional to track. You know, optional, like a sunroof or extra guac. Would you like disease surveillance with that? It'll be an upcharge. And now, 12 months later, looky here, this is where we are. And the CDC's own count is 843 confirmed cases, with more than 1,500 additional cases still being analyzed. And the CDC is openly admitting that the states are counting faster than the feds are. Gee, I wonder why. Michigan, again, is at 1,200 plus. Ohio has hundreds more stacking up. And the federal government is learning about a national outbreak the way you learn about a party you weren't invited to from other people's posts. And the experts, they saw this coming. And that's the part that pisses me off the most. A University of Minnesota food safety professor said that cutting FoodNet normalizes the idea that disease surveillance is expensive and unimportant, when it is, quote, the foundation of our food safety system. Another expert flat out called this outbreak predictable. She said when they gutted the surveillance systems last year, her first prediction was the screwworm coming back to the US, which happened. You could watch the trailer again if you wanted to. And her second prediction was this one. These people are not psychic. They just know what a smoke detector's for. That's all. And I've got to ask you, what is a government service that you never once thought about in your entire life until the day it broke? Let me know in the comments, because I promise you, until this month, parasite surveillance was not on anyone's gratitude list. I was not out there writing thank you cards to FoodNet. But now we know somebody probably should have been. And what did the Trump regime have to say about this when asked? Well, they went to an old standby. Blame Biden, of course. An HHS spokesman said that the department under Biden was a bloated bureaucracy, and they continue to close wasteful and duplicative entities. Wasteful and duplicative. They ripped the parasite radar off the wall, and of course the parasite showed up. And now RFK Jr.'s health department is standing in the wreckage calling that detector the waste. Again, it's just like tearing your smoke detector off and having a kitchen fire and then blaming the detector because it beeped too much. And cyclospora, by the way, it rides in on contaminated produce, where it can take anywhere from 2 days to over 2 weeks before you get sick. So by the time an investigator is asking you what you ate, you don't remember. You don't remember your cilantro from a week ago. Nobody remembers the cilantro. This whole system works only if you catch clusters early, while the trail is still warm. But what we're learning and seeing play out in real time is when you cut early detection, and this comes from the words of an expert, we go from proactive to reactive. And reactive in this context means going to the bathroom 40 damn times a day. So the next time somebody's selling you government efficiency, remember what it actually looks like. It looks like 31 states changing color to brown, while the agency in charge is playing catch up with a skeleton crew, and you've got brainworm over there, RFK Jr., who has public opinions about everything on planet Earth, except for the actual outbreaks that are happening in front of him. 843 confirmed cases from the feds, with over 1,000 more by the states. And this is not getting reported enough. They're reporting that it's happening, but they're not reporting the why. And independent media like us, we're the ones doing that work. And we survive on your likes, your comments, your shares. So do me a favor, pass this one along to anyone who still thinks that Doge didn't cost us anything.